Being a stay-at-home mom is not a job whatsoever. It's a privilege.
Hey guys, this man was dragging stay-at-home mom, saying stay-at-home mom is not a job but a privilege. That's what the video is all about. So I'm going to play this full video, then come back to talk about it.
See, I knew this was coming, and boy, did it ever. Being a stay-at-home mom is not a job whatsoever. It's a privilege. You're privileged enough to be able to stay home because you have someone that provides a life for you that allows you to do so. Do you know how many single mothers out there actually have jobs and have to come home and then do your job? And before the group of women jump on here and say, we have the hardest job in the world. No, you don't. Not even a little bit. I was laid off of work for 4 months and I had to stay home, and it's the easiest shit I've ever done in my life. In fact, I got bored. I can do all the daily responsibilities that come with taking care of a house in no time. And then other than that, all you have to do is watch your kid, who when they get to a certain age, they pretty much watch themselves. Especially if your kid is in school. You're not a stay-at-home mom, you're just a stay-at-home. And then if you and your husband flip roles and you have to get a job and you have to provide for the family and he stays at home, he's a lazy piece of shit. But if a woman does it, it's the hardest job in the world. Make that make sense to me. And I'm not knocking stay-at-home mothers. I have respect for them, and I honestly think the world needs more of them because it's good for the kid. And coming from experience, I didn't have a mother growing up, so I know how important that is to a child. You just can't give me it's a full-time job. You can't take a nap at a full-time job. You can't watch TV at a full-time job. You have someone watching your every move at a full-time job, demanding that you do what they say. And it's funny that all this backlash and these comments are coming because I made a video that said a man shouldn't have to beg his wife to sleep with him. Let's look at the stress on a stay-at-home mom. Do you have to worry about providing a home for your family? What about food? What about transportation? What about clothing, school supplies? What about medical bills? Water, heat, electricity? Money for after-school activities like sports. Does your family's survival in life rest on your shoulders? What were your responsibilities today? Fold some clothes and change a diaper? I cannot imagine the stress that put you under. See, most women have no idea the stress that men are under, and the women that do are single, independent mothers that take care of themselves, and when they get in a relationship, they appreciate the fuck out of the help, because they know what it's like to have that stress on them. So you don't have a job. You're privileged because someone that has a job takes care of you. And once again, no hate to stay-at-home moms. You're actually very appreciated. Let's just call a spade here.
So before I post stitches of what other people have to say about it, I want to talk about it. I want to talk about what I feel about this video. Yeah, staying at home mom is a privilege for the man, not the woman. It is not a job, because when you're working for a job, you get paid. You have closing time, you have resumption time, you have time that you go for leave, you have break time, and you also get salary raise. But once you're a stay-at-home mom, you work 24 hours clock. You work in the midnight, you work very early in the morning, you do a whole lot of things, you don't have rest, you don't have time. It takes all your entire time. So how is that a privilege for the woman? Of course, it can be a privilege for the man because you don't have to pay the woman to take care of your kids. So then, let's assume the woman dropped dead today. You're definitely going to pay a babysitter or someone to come and take care of your own kids. So what your wife was doing for free, now you're going to be paying someone to do it. So make it make sense. Anyways, I'm going to post stitches of what other people think about this. Let me know what you think about this down.
I was laid off of work for 4 months and I had to stay home, and it's the easiest shit I've ever done in my life.
If y'all don't stop tagging me in this, I don't have the energy for this. Greg, the reason why you thought being a stay-at-home mom was so simple and easy, and why men in general think this way, is because men in general, when they stay at home with their kids, do nothing but sit on the couch and stay at home. Maybe they change a diaper. They're definitely not cleaning the house. They're definitely not cooking dinner. They're not actively playing with their kids. They're not taking their kids outside the house. If that was reality for moms, we would not be saying it's hard. Or let me rephrase, just shitty husbands and partners. Belittle their stay-at-home mom partners because they walk in the house and they overlook everything. The clean house, the dinner that was cooked for them, the kids that have a dry diaper who were played with all day. You wonder why they have a stronger connection to mom, because she does things with them. Being a stay-at-home mom wasn't a job. People would not get paid to do all of our jobs individually.
Being a stay-at-home mom is not a job whatsoever. It's a privilege.
You're right. You're right. Hear me out. You're right. Having a stay-at-home mom or a work-from-home mom, in my case, is a privilege for their partner, not for them. It is not a privilege for me to be home. It's a privilege for my children's father that I'm home. He is privileged that all he has to do is go to work. He doesn't have to worry about when kids don't get the bus home. He doesn't have to worry about getting anybody from track and field or cross country or horseback riding or cheerleading or drawing club. That falls on me. And now I said I was a work from home mom. So what does that mean? That means I work from home. I'm literally in my home office, and I work part-time. And if I do go into my office in my building, 90% of the time my kids come with me. My kids have never gone to work with their dad, ever. And yes, he works from an office, and yes, he could bring them. Never gone with them. It falls on me. So like today, I am literally in a conference. I'm on my annual conference this week. I have 4 days. I don't go in person. I have to do the virtual version because there's no way their father could figure it out if I'm not home. So do the virtual version. I have my son literally texting me about getting Domino's on Saturday. He would never text his dad during work about that. Yesterday, I did it from the car, waiting for my son to get out of track and field. I did it from the barn while my daughter was at horseback riding. Their father is so privileged that yesterday he texted me and said, I'm not going to be home for dinner. To which I responded and said, not only are you going to be home for dinner, you're the one cooking dinner. I'm on a call. You need to get home. You best believe his ass got home. He forgot. He doesn't have to think about it. It's been on our calendar. I've talked about it. I love this conference. I've been so excited to do it. I've been talking about it because it doesn't affect him. He's privileged to have me home every single day handling all of the mothering stuff, all of the household stuff. He doesn't have to worry about it. He has the privilege of having me home. Now, I don't need to work. I choose to work because I refuse to fully financially depend on a man or anybody else. So I still work for that purpose. So I was a stay-at-home mom strictly for just a short time. And it all fell on me. Nothing changed because he's privileged.
Being a stay-at-home mom is not a job whatsoever. It's a privilege.
Okay, you've caught 7 kinds of hell from 10 million different people. Let me approach this from a different angle if I could. Let's say you had a couple of kids and you weren't married. You were a single dad. You have to go to work. You have to earn. You have to be able to put a roof over your head. Who would take care of your kids? And would you pay those people who take care of your kids? If the answer is they would go to daycare, they would go to some babysitter, they would go to some place like that, and yes, I would pay for them. Why is it a job for them and not for the mom or dad? Why is it that's a payable job over here, but over here it's just a privilege?
Being a stay-at-home mom is not a job whatsoever. It's a privilege.
Okay, so this video came across my FYP and I had to comment on it. So this dude is saying not only is being a stay-at-home parent easy, but it's not a job. Bro, we have a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old in daycare. $2,100 a month we spend on childcare. That's more than our fucking home. The cost of childcare in today's economy can easily offset somebody's paycheck. I see why a lot of moms and dads decide to stay home. And childcare is expensive because it's hard as fuck. I did it myself for a year, and granted, our girls were 2 and 3 at the time, but that was the hardest shit I've ever done in my fucking life. And the fact that you think that there's time to nap or watch TV while you're home with these little kids says a lot about the time that you spent doing it. Like, I've been back to work for 3 months now. I feel like I'm on fucking vacation. I get to have adult conversations. I can hit the bathroom whenever I want without being interrupted. I can eat lunch without somebody screaming in my face. Like, my anxiety level has come down so much these last 3 months. I feel like a human being again. So the point of this video isn't to hate on this guy, but to say that being a stay-at-home parent is not only easy, but that it's not a job is one of the most ignorant things I've ever heard in my life. I don't know where this narrative comes from, but it's bullshit. If you're a stay-at-home parent, we see you, we love you, we appreciate you.